Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Forbes Field. Retro time 1960 October, Game 2 of our Invitational World Series between the 1960 Boston Red Sox and the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates, who actually won the World Series. The Red Sox are in the Invitational World Series. Red Sox only had 65 wins in 1960. This is Game 2. The Red Sox took Game 1 in a thriller. Hope you were able to see that one. And this is Game 2 of 7. As Ted Williams and Beantown take on Roberto Clemente and Steeltown. The pitching matchup for the Boston Red Sox, a young Billy Muffett. 6 wins, 4 losses, earned run average 3.24. Will be facing, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bob Friend, 18-12 with 1 save and an ERA of 3. Let's get to the starting lineups in the first pitch. So leading off for the Boston Red Sox, playing second base, Pete Reynolds. Batting second, the right fielder, Gary Geiger counter. He went nuclear off Vern Law. He had a 2-run blast, excuse me, in Game 1. Ted Williams batting third and left. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Vic Wertz. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Frank Malzone. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Russ Nixon. Batting seventh in center field, Willie Tasby. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Pumpsy Green gets the start after that fiasco with Don Budden at short in Game 1. And batting ninth on the hill for the Boston Red Sox, Billy Muffett. For the hometown Pittsburgh Pirates, looking to even up the series, batting first in center field, Bill Verdon. Batting second, the shortstop, Dick Grote. Batting third, the right fielder, the great one, Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth at first base, getting the start over Dick Stewart, Rocky Nelson. Batting fifth in left field, Gino Cimoli. That's the way it's pronounced. I actually say it's Cimoli, but in baseball reference, they're saying Cimoli. Again, the CI in Italian is ch sound. Anyway, Gino Cimoli. He had a pinch hit double in the 9th inning of yesterday's game. Batting sixth, doing the catching, Smokey Burgess. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Don Hoke. Batting eighth, everybody's favorite second baseman, especially Yankee fans, Bill Mazeroski. Batting ninth on the hill for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bob Friend. So Bob Friend in 1960, as I stated, was 18-12 with a save and an ERA of 3. Smokey Burgess behind the plate, solid defensive catcher with a very good arm. Hoke very good at third, Grote outstanding at short, as well as Bill Mazeroski at second. They're very strong up the middle. And Rocky Nelson is a good defender at first. Cimoli in left, average defensive range with a cannon of an arm. Bill Verdon, excellent in center, range and arm. And Roberto Clemente, outstanding in right. So here comes Pete Reynolds to lead things off. Game 2, best of 7, Invitational World Series between the 1960 Red Sox and the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates. Red Sox took Game 1 in a thriller, as they hung on for dear life to get a 7-6 victory. Alright, here's Pete Reynolds. Reynolds batting .600 after one game of the series with a ribby. Solid contact hitter. Very little power, good eye. Friend, excellent stamina. Average quality of pitches. Good movement, excellent control. Friend picks up the sign from Smokey Burgess, and Game 2 is on its way. And swinging at the first pitch is Pete Reynolds, and he sends it down the right field line. He takes a wide turn. He's digging for two. Clemente throws to second, and Reynolds beats the throw. So Pete Reynolds leads off with a double, and he's in scoring position for Gary Geiger counter. He went nuclear in game one. He homered off Vern Law to right. Joining us in the chat, special guest in the stadium, Herb Pilgrim. Hope all is well, Herb. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're getting better each and every day. Prayers and thoughts are always with you, my friend. All right, here comes Gary Geiger, batting 200 with a home run and 3 ribbies. Geiger, below average bunter, if you're thinking about that. Good contact power and eye. Left-handed pull hitter. Pirates infield, outfield, normal and straight away. Here's the pitch to Geiger from Friend. 0-1 count, and Geiger grounds to the right side. And that'll be out number 1 as he grounds out to the second baseman, Mazeroski. Advancing to third is Reynolds. And here comes Ted Williams with 1 out. Reynolds at third. Red Sox looking to jump out to an early lead once again in this series. And Ted Williams, 250. A left-handed extreme pull hitter. The outfield shifts right. The infield straightaway and normal. Friend picks up the sign from Smokey Burgess. Here's the pitch to Teddy Ballgame. 1-2 count on Williams. Swing and a miss. Williams goes down on the off-speed pitch, way out in front of it. So 2 outs. Reynolds will be off on contact at third, and it's up to Vic Wirtz, power-hitting first baseman. He knocked in a run in game 1, batting 400 early in this series. He's 2 for 5. Here's the pitch to Vic Wirtz. 2-1 count, and Vic Wirtz sends that ball right center field gap. That's going to get down, grab some wall. 1-0 Red Sox. Wirtz has a double, so a clutch hit by Vic Wirtz, and he picks up his second RBI. And I'll bring up Frank Malzone. Malzone 2 for 4 in the series, batting 500. No ribbies, no home runs. He has a duck out on that pond at second base. Vic Wirtz, it's a slow duck, but base hit might be able to score him. Pirates have cannons in the outfield for arms at all positions. Malzone on the season, 271, 14 homers, 79 ribbies. He awaits the Bob Friend offering. Here's the pitch to Frank Malzone. 0-1 count. Malzone swings, and he sends that ball high. Pop up to short near the second base bag. Making the catch is a shortstop. Grote side retired, but the Red Sox jump out on top. Thanks to the clutch 2-out double by Vic Wirtz, 1-0 Boston. Due up for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Verdon, Grote, and Clemente to face Billy Muffett. Muffett, 6 and 4. 3.24 earned run average. Russ Nixon's behind the plate. Above average arm and defense. Malzone above average at third. Pumpsy Green can't be any worse than Don Budden, that's for sure at short. Budden committed 3 errors in game 1. Pete Reynolds very good at second. Vic Wirtz average at first. Ted Williams outstanding defensively in left. Willie Tasby not much range but a cannon of an arm. And Gary Geiger also great in that right field corner. So Bill Verdon will lead things off. Bill Verdon batted 254, 8 homers, 41 ribbies, left-handed spray hitter. Muffett picks up the sign from Russ Nixon. Here's the pitch to Bill Verdon. 1-2 count, and Verdon sends that ball over the leap of Malzone into left, a leadoff single for Bill Verdon. Muffett, quality pitches below average, movement very good, and control average, and again, those that will fluctuate between right-handed and left-handed batters. Herb Pilgrim reporting from the ballpark. Doing fine here in Florida land. Hope that cooler air in Massachusetts is treating you well. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Pilgrim. So, Vic Wirtz is holding Bill Verdon on at first. Here comes Dick Grote. Grote 1 for 5 in the series with a ribby. Right-handed normal hitter. The Red Sox will shift double play defense in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Muffett will try to work the outside of the blacks on the inside and the outside portion of the plate. Hope to induce a ground ball double play. Here's the pitch to Grote. 0-1 count. Grote swings, and he pops out. And did they double him up? No. Yes, they did double him up. Nice play by Pumpsy Green. Already paying off results here. Don Budden probably would have dropped the ball and kicked it to the fence. So what a play by Pumpsy. Let's watch that over as Pumpsy Green makes the catch on a very shallow pop-up to left center, quickly getting back and firing to Vic Wertz at first, doubling up Bill Verdon. And here's the replay. There's a hit and run. Pumpsy Green gets back on that really soft, loopy line drive, makes the catch and fires to first for the double play. 2 outs, bases empty for Roberto Clemente. Clemente in 1960 batted .314, 16 homers, 94 ribbies. He is 0 for 4 in the series. Right-handed spray hitter, excellent contact, average power. He will chase on occasions. Again, Muffett looking to hit the black, so the corners inside and out. Nixon sets the target, the windup and the pitch to Clemente. 1-2 count, and Clemente goes down looking. Nice frame job by Russ Nixon. Muffett picks up his first K. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 Boston. As Herb Pilgrim reporting from the down in the bleachers with the fans, or our roving reporter Herb Pilgrim, says, "Hey Al, I'm not sure if you had a chance to notice, but did you catch the fact that I rooted for Boston to win a couple of days ago for Ted's last career game? I'm all better now." Yes, I did notice. As I called that game, I did notice that afterwards. And Ted Williams went out in style, you'd have to say. Alrighty. So due up for the Red Sox, Russ Nixon, Willie Tasby, and Pumpsy Green. Russ Nixon in 1960 batted .298, 5 homers, 33 ribbies. Solid contact hitter, below average power and eye. Left-handed spray hitter. Nixon is 2 for 5. That's a .400 batting average. The windup and the pitch from Fred to Nixon, 0-1 count. Nixon swings the bat, grounds the Grote at short. Strong throw, and they get Nixon by a half step. Nixon was really hauling down that first baseline. 1 down. Good strong throw by Dick Grote. And Willie Tasby steps to the plate. Tasby batted .212. No homers, 3 ribbies. But he was 3 for 4 in Game 1 with an RBI. Solid contact hitter, solid eye. Not much pop in that bat. Burgess wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Tasby. Full count to Willie. And he's going to pop up to the right side. And Rocky Nelson calls off Mazeroski. The first baseman makes the catch. 2 down. 2 outs. That'll bring up the number 8 batter, Pumpsy Green. Pumpsy Green in there for the error machine, Don Budden. In Game 1, Budden committed 3 errors, including keeping the inning alive and allowing a 2-run homer by, he's not starting in left today, Samoli is. Let's just quickly look at Pittsburgh's substitutions. The 2-run homer was Skinner hit the 2-run homer, and he shouldn't have been even at the plate. The inning should have been over. So Budden does not get the start. He'll be lucky to see any playing time left in this series. And here's Pumpsy Green, 2 outs, no one on. The windup and the pitch from Friend to Green. 3-1 count, and Pumpsy Green sends that ball deep to center field. On the run is Verdon, keep going back, and he makes the catch, as that's Death Valley out there. Pumpsy Green gave it a ride, but that's just a long, loud out. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Boston. Due up for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Rocky Nelson, Gino Samoli, and Smokey Burgess. Rocky Nelson, named after Rocky Marciano, batted .291, 6 homers, 32 ribbies, left-handed batting first baseman. He's a normal left-handed hitter. The Red Sox play their infield, outfield straightaway in normal. Average contact, above average power and eye. He had a pinch hitting appearance in Game 1. He was 0 for 1. Muffett nods his head, picks up the sign. Here's the pitch to Rocky Nelson. 0-2 count. Nelson in the hole. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. And that's Muffett's second strikeout. 1 out, no one on for Gino Cimoli. Cimoli, big pinch hit double, knocking in 2 runs in the top of the 9th. As Pittsburgh almost completed the miraculous comeback, but would lose 7-6. As the Red Sox held on by the hair of their chinny chin chin to take Game 1. Gino batted .267, no home runs, 28 ribbies. Right-handed normal hitter, 1 out. The windup and the pitch for Muffett, 2-2 count, and Cimoli sends a lazy fly ball left center field. Tasby makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs, base is empty for Smokey Burgess, the catcher. He was 2 for 4 yesterday. And in 1960, batted .294, 7 home runs, 39 ribbies. Left-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox will shift hard right in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Muffett looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. Nixon wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Burgess. 0-1 count. Burgess swings, and he bloops the ball the other way. Ted Williams on the run, and he makes the catch in shallow left. Side retired. Top of the 3rd. 1-0 Boston. They're trying to take a 2-0 lead. The Red Sox won Game 1, 7-6 in a thriller. Due up, Billy Muffett. Then the top of the order, Pete Reynolds and Gary Geiger. Billy Muffett steps to the plate. The windup and the pitch from Friend. 0-2 count, and Muffett goes down looking. Muffett didn't like that call. He thought it was outside. And that is Friend's second strikeout. Top of the order, Pete Reynolds. He singled and scored on the Vic Wertz 2-out double. Reynolds, in 1960, batted .314, 6 homers, 57 ribbies. Reynolds is now 4 for 6 in this Invitational World Series with a ribby. 1 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to Reynolds. 1-1 count. Reynolds grounds hard to Grote for out number 2. Grote took a step, snared the ball on the 1 hard hop, and threw to Rocky Nelson. So 2 outs, base is empty for Gary Geiger counter. Gary Geiger homered off Vern Law in Game 1. Got things going in that big 5-run inning for the Red Sox. I believe that was the top of the 2nd. Here's the pitch to Geiger from Friend. 2-1 count, and Geiger grounds to Mazeroski at 2nd near the bag. Side retired. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. Bottom of 3rd, 1-0 Boston. Billy Muffett matching Friend pitch for pitch. And due up for the Pirates, Hoke, Mazeroski, and Friend. Don Hoke, .294, 8 homers, 65 ribbies in the series. He is 0 for 3, right-handed spray hitter. Very good contact, average power, solid eye. Muffett nods his head. Nixon sets the target. Here's the pitch to Don Hoke. He swings at the first pitch, and he grounds to Reynolds, who backhands it for out number 1. As that ball looks slated up the middle into center, Reynolds got a nice jump on it, backhanded, pivoted, and threw to Vic Wertz. 1 out, number 8 batter, Bill Mazeroski. The man who would hit the game-winning home run in Game 7 against the New York Yankees of the 1960 World Series. But now the Pirates are trying to win the Invitational World Series against the Red Sox. Red Sox lead the Invitational World Series 1-0. This is Game 2. Mazeroski, solid contact hitter off right-handed pitching, below average power and eye. Muffett's going to try to hit the black here. He rocks and fires to Mazeroski. Mazeroski swings at the first pitch, grounds to Malzone, who throws to Wertz for out number 2, scoring at home 5-3. Good job by Muffett hitting that inside corner. So 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Bob Friend. Muffett works quickly to his counterpart. Full count. And he strikes him out looking. And that's Billy Muffett's 3rd K. We go to the top of the 4th. Billy Muffett throwing a 1-hitter. Red Sox lead 1-0. Bob Friend's throwing a 2-hitter, except he's given up 1 run. Due up for the Red Sox, Ted Williams, Vic Wertz, and Frank Malzone. Teddy ball game is 1 for 5 in the series. 0 for 1 today. Ted Williams in his last year of baseball batted .316, 29 homers, and 72 ribbies. We played a retro replay using Out of the Ballpark 18 and 19. We finished using Out of the Ballpark 19. Open World Alternate Universe, Ted Williams' numbers were outstanding. He was ahead of everything that he actually did. He had more at-bats, though. Here's the pitch to the splendid Splinter, 2-2 count to Williams, and Williams sends a fly ball to right, Clemente moving to his left, and makes the catch as he calls off Bill Verdon, 1 down. So Williams is 0 for 2, and here comes Vic Wertz, 3 for 6 in the series with 2 ribbies, 1 for 1 today. Clutch 2-out double knocks in the Red Sox only run. Friend toes the rubber, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Wertz, 1-2 count, and Wertz will pop towards the first base bag, and Nelson calls off Mazeroski once again, and that's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty for Frank Malzone. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Malzone, 2-1 count, and Malzone bloops one to left field down the line, and that's going to drop in. So Malzone keeps the inning alive, as Samoli couldn't get to it, and Malzone picks up his 3rd hit of the series. And I'll bring up Russ Nixon. Red Sox catcher is 0 for 1, 2 for 6 in the series. Good contact hitter. 2 outs. Malzone will be off on contact. Very slow runner. Rocky Nelson holding him on. Friend takes a quick peek to first. Now he rocks and fires to Nixon. 1-2 count. Nixon in the hole. Nixon grounds to Grote, who will throw to first. I thought he was going to flip to second, and the side is retired. Strong throw by Grote. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Boston. And due up the top of the order for the 1960 Pittsburgh Pirates, Verdon, Grote, and Clemente to face Billy Muffett. Muffett's gone 3 innings, 1 hit, no walks, 3 Ks. Verdon, 1 for 1 today, 3 for 6 in the series. No homers, no ribbies. A left-handed spray hitter. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal for the Red Sox. Russ Nixon wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Muffett rocks and fires. Here's the pitch. Full count. And that is ball 4. Nixon wanted the call. He didn't get it. So Verdon walks. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate. Dick Grote. Grote's 0 for 1 today. 1 for 6 in the series with a ribby. Wertz holding on, Verdon. Red Sox move to double play depth in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Billy Muffett takes a peek to first, now looks in at Nixon. Here's the pitch to Dick Grote. 0-1 count, Grote swings, grounds at the Pumpsy Green, who fires to first as the hit and run was on to stay out of the double play. So 1 out, but advancing into scoring position is Bill Verdon. He's the tying run, and here comes Roberto Clemente. Clemente is 0 for 5 in the series, 0 for 1 today. Got to be careful of Roberto. He can break out at any moment. On deck, Rocky Nelson. Again, Muffett will try to hit the blacks of the corners inside and outside to Clemente. Clemente will chase. Nixon goes through the signs. Muffett nods his head. Here's the pitch to Roberto Clemente. Full count to Roberto, and he punches one to left field, and Teddy Williams is there. As Williams, moving to his left, makes the catch, throws it back into Pumpsy Green, and retreating back to second with 2 outs is Bill Verdon. Verdon will be off on contact. He's the tying run. Here's Rocky Nelson. 0 for 2 in the playoffs. 0 for 1 today. Left-handed, normal hitter. Muffett takes a breath. Arms down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to Rocky Nelson. 2-2 count to Nelson. Nelson shoots that ball to center field, and that's going to get down, grab some wall. We're going to have a tie ball game, so Rocky Nelson comes through. And like his counterpart with 2 outs, A la Vic Wertz, he doubles, and we have a 1-1 ball game. And now bring up Gino Cimoli. Cimoli 1 for 2 with 2 ribbies in the series. Pinch hit double knocked in 2 in the bottom of the 9th yesterday. Red Sox did hold on to win 7-6 in Game 1. First base is open. Smokey Burgess is on deck. Cimoli right-handed normal hitter. Rocky Nelson very slow at second. Muffett looks over his shoulder. Now he's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Cimoli. Full count to Gino. And Gino laces that ball up the middle past the diver, Pumpsy Green. They're sending the runner, Rocky Nelson, and he will score as the throw is cut off by Pumpsy Green. And it's 2-1 Pittsburgh. They get their first lead of the series. Pittsburgh looking to tie up the series after dropping Game 1. Gino Cimoli at first, very slow. Vic Wertz holding him on. Here's Smokey Burgess. Excellent contact hitter. Left-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox will go a hard shift right in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Burgess 0 for 1, 2 for 5 in the series. No homers, no ribbies. The windup and the pitch from Muffett to Burgess. 3-1 count, and Smokey Burgess works a walk. Go-ahead run at second in Gino Cimoli. Burgess at first, both very slow. And here comes Don Hope. 0 for 1 today, 0 for 4 in the series. Nixon goes out to have a word with the young Billy Muffett, now back behind the plate. The windup and the pitch to Don Hope. 3-0 count, and another walk. 4 consecutive balls to Hope. Bases are juiced, no place to put the number 8 batter, Bill Mazeroski. Red Sox have some milling going on in their bullpen. Earl Wilson will get up. He's the righty. And Chet Nichols, the lefty. So bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 ball game. Base hit, might score 2. Smokey Burgess, again, very slow base runners for the Pirates on every bag. But they'll be off on contact with 2 outs. Mazeroski 0 for 5 in the series, 0 for 1 today. He'd love to break out right now and give the Pirates the lead. Or another run. It's 2-1. They do have the lead. Excuse me. Here's the pitch to Mazeroski. Full count to Mazeroski. Ball 4. And he'll get an RBI as Muffett walks with the bases loaded. Mazeroski. It's now 3-1 Pirates. As the organist here at Forbes Field plays charge. Now bring up the pitcher, Bob Friend. He has friends on every bag. As Earl Wilson and Chet Nichols continue to warm. Russ Nixon and the pitching coach will visit the mound along with Vic Wertz and Frank Malzone. Muffett says he feels great. He's not pitching great. Earl Wilson's ready. Chet Nichols is ready. Muffett's going to be up 3rd in the top of the 5th. They're going to give him an opportunity here to get out his counterpart, Bob Friend. He's 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch to Bob Friend. 2-2 count. Friend swings ground to Malzone, who fires the first side retired. But Pittsburgh scores 3 times and take the lead 3-1. We go to the top of the 5th. Wilson and Nichols will sit down for the moment. Due up for the Red Sox, Tasby, Green, and a pinch hitter for Billy Muffett. 3-1 Pirates. Tasby 0 for 1 today, 3 for 5 in the series with a ribby. Bob Friend looking to tie up the series at 1 game apiece for the Pirates. Here's the pitch to Tasby, 2-2 count to Willie. And Tasby smashes that ball through to the right side and the outfield. So Tasby picks up another hit. He's now 4 for 6 in the series, 1 for 2 today. And here's Pumpsy Green. Pumpsy Green's 0 for 1. Flew deep to center field and Bill averted. Tasby below average speed. Good base stealer though. Red Sox, the go-go, slow Red Sox will go hit and run here. There goes Tasby. Here's the pitch. And Pumpsy Green, the swing and the miss, the throw down, and Tasby steals second. As a great jump by Tasby. I believe that's his second stolen base of the series. Now the count on Pumpsy Green's no balls and 2 strikes. He's a left-handed pull hitter. At worst, he's got to ground this to the right side. He chokes up on the bat a bit. Friend looking for a strikeout or a pop-out. Nods his head. Burgess sets a target. Here's the pitch to Green. 1-2 count. And Pumpsy Green grounds that up the middle. Groat's got to move towards the second base bag, and he throws him out. But reading the ball well as Tasby advances to third, and he's there with less than 2 outs. He can score on a fly ball. And here's Billy Muffett, and Muffett will not bat. Red Sox down 3-1, so Muffett will only go 4 innings. And the Red Sox will once again get Earl Wilson up. He's ready. And they will get Chet Nichols up. They're both ready. And now the Red Sox will go to their bench. Don Budden, the best bat off the bench, god awful in the field in Game 1. He made 3 errors at short that nearly cost the Red Sox the game. And we're going to go with Don Budden. See if he can make amends for all those errors. So Don Budden off the bench will get an at-bat here. He did hit the ball quite well in Game 1. They're hoping that he can do it again in Game 2. Budden is 1 for 4 with a ribby. Skinner robbed him of extra bases. Skinner was absolutely outstanding with the bat and glove in Game 1 for Pittsburgh in their losing effort. And Don Budden in 1960 batted .241, 10 homers, 53 ribbies. If he sends one out of Forbes Field, we have a tied game. Smokey Burgess goes through the signs. Bob Friend nods his head. Here's the pitch to Budden. 1-2 count. And Budden punches that ball to shallow left, coming on and making the catch is Simoli. Tasby bluffs but does not go. 2 outs. Tasby is still at third. Red Sox don't want to strand it. And here's Pete Reynolds. Reynolds is 1 for 2, 4 for 7 in the series with a ribby. Looking to pick up his second ribby here. Friend kicks and fires to Reynolds. Reynolds swings at the first pitch, and he grounds it to third. Side retired. Nice play by Hope. Red Sox strand Willie Tasby at third base. Pirates fans loving it. 3-1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. And we're going to go with Chet Nichols. 4-2-6. 4-7-1. Control 4. Nichols, control 5. Go with Chet Nichols, the lefty. Stamina 1. Actually, we're going to go with Earl Wilson, the righty. So Earl Wilson, he'll go into the 9 spot. Don Budden out of the game. Had his pinch hitting appearance. Yeah. Chet Nichols will sit down. Earl Wilson will come in. The Duke of Earl. So Earl Wilson for the Boston Red Sox. 3 wins, 2 losses, no saves, and 65 innings pitched in 1960. Struck out 40, walked 48. 4.71 earned run average. He will face the top of the Pirates order. Verdon, Groat, and Clemente. Bill Verdon's 1 for 1, 3 for 6 in the series. The left-handed spray hitter. The windup and the pitch from Earl Wilson. 2-2 count to Verdon. He swings, and he goes down swinging. Set him up with the fastball. Got him with the off-speed pitch. Verdon was way out in front. So 1 out, no one on for Dick Grote. He is 0 for 2 and 1 for 7 with a ribby in the series. Right-handed normal hitter. Again, infield, outfield for the Bo Sox, straightaway in normal. Nixon wiggles the fingers. Wilson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Grote. 1-2 count. And Grote puts that ball past Reynolds into right field for a 1-out single. 3-1 Pittsburgh. Here comes Roberto Clemente. Clemente is 0 for 6 in the series, 0 for 2 today. Clemente will chase out of the zone, and that's what Wilson's going to try to induce a double play ball here. Red Sox move to double play depth as Pumpsy Green and Pete Reynolds pinch that middle. Outfield straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Clemente. 1-2 count to Roberto, and Clemente diving play by Reynolds on the outfield grass. His only play is to first for out number 2. Advancing to second is Dick Grote. What a play by Pete Reynolds, robbing Roberto Clemente of his first hit in the series. Let's watch that replay over. That's slated for right field. Reynolds lays out, pops up on the outfield grass, fires to Wirtz, and they get Clemente by 2 steps. So 2 outs, Grote, a very slow base runner at second. He will get some extra steps as he'll be off on contact with 2 outs. And here comes Rocky Nelson, 1 for 3. He doubled and knocked in a run in his last at-bat. Samoli on deck. Wilson kicks and fires to Nelson. 0-2 count to Rocky. Rocky sends a lazy fly ball, shallow right. Geiger coming in, makes the catch. Pittsburgh threatens, but does not score. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-1 Pirates. Due up for the Red Sox, who need to rally against Bob Friend, Gary Geiger, Ted Williams, and Vic Wirtz. Geiger, 1 for 7. His 1 hit was a home run, a 3-run blast. Off Vern Law in Game 1. Left-handed pull hitter. Pirates play their infield, outfield straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Gary Geiger from Bob Friend. Full count to Geiger. And Geiger rips that ball down the line, but making a nice backhanded stab is Rocky Nelson. He races to the first base bag, 1 down. That was slated for down the line and a double. Nice play by Rocky Nelson. Here comes Ted Williams, 1 for 6 in the series, 0 for 2. Left-handed extreme pull hitter. The outfield shifts right for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Infield straightaway and normal. Smokey Burgess wiggles the fingers, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Friend to Williams. Ball 1. Williams grounds hard and past Bill Mazeroski into center field. And he picks up his second hit. He's now 2 for 7. Tying run comes to plate, and Vic Wirtz. Wirtz 1 for 2 today with a ribby. He doubled with 2 outs in the top of the first to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead, and that stood up until the bottom of the 4th when the Pirates scored 3. That's how we stand, 3-1 Pittsburgh. If Vic Wirtz goes yard, he's a left-handed power pull hitter. We have a 3-3 ball game. In the series, again, 3 for 7 with 2 ribbies, 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Williams very slow at first, being held on by Rocky Nelson. Here's the pitch from Friend to Wirtz. 2-2 count, and Wirtz punches that ball shallow right center, and that drops in. Ted Williams will hold at second, as Vernon has a very strong arm, and Williams is not a strong base runner. So Vic Wirtz now picks up his second hit. He's 2 for 3, 4 for 8 in the series. Tying run at first, and Vic Wirtz very slow, and here comes Frank Malzone. Malzone 3 for 6. No homers, no ribbies. Be a great time to get both. If he does, the Red Sox will take the lead 4-3. Pirates infield, outfield straightaway and normal, though they're hoping to turn 2 up the middle with Grote and Mazeroski. Smokey Burgess wiggles the fingers. Friend nods his head. Here's the pitch to Frank Malzone. 1-1 count. Malzone swings, grounds to Grote. Over to Mazeroski. On to Rocky Nelson, double play, 6-4-3, side retired. Great job by Bob Friend. Red Sox threaten but do not score. Bottom of the 6th, Pirates 3, Red Sox 1. Red Sox lead the series 1-0. Pirates hoping to tie it up before going back to Boston for 3. Earl Wilson on the mound in relief of Billy Muffett, who only went 4 innings. As joining us in the ballpark from the great Pacific Northwest, writing for the local paper in Portland, D. Scott Howard. He says, hello, Alan Herb. How are things? Things are good. How are the goats? We'd like a goat story. As in between doing his scribe work, his excellent writing skills, he's also one of the world's greatest goat sitters, D. Scott Howard. D. Scott Howard and Ken Castro will be wrestling this weekend, most likely tomorrow, for the Tag Team Championship in Fire Pro Wrestling. That will be the first title crowned, and hopefully the FOC will win it. We might have a few tricks up our sleeve for the FOC to ensure a possible, we'll call it fair play. Can't trust the legends of professional wrestling. All right, here comes Gino Simoli. He'll be followed by Smokey Burgess and Hoke. Simoli 1 for 2 with a ribby. He's now knocked in 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 3. Right-handed normal hitter. The windup and the pitch from Wilson to Simoli. Full count to Simoli, and he walks. Earl Wilson does have issues with control. Here's Smokey Burgess. Burgess 0 for 1, 2 for 5 in the series. Left-handed pull hitter. The Red Sox will shift hard right in the infield. Outfield straightaway and normal. Red Sox hoping to turn 2 out of the shift. Gino Simoli very slow at first. Wirtz holding him on. Wilson takes a peek, looks in at Nixon, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Burgess. 1-2 count. Burgess in the hole, and he shoots that ball up the middle, past the dive of Pumpsy Green as he just smashes the ball through the shift. And now first and second, no outs. And the Red Sox will once again get their bullpen up. And it's going to be Tom Sturdivant, the righty. And Tom Borland, who got the save in Game 1, the lefty. Actually, it'll be Chet Nichols, the lefty. Nixon will visit the mound, buy some time for the bullpen. Wilson says he's okay. Sturdivant and Nichols continue to warm. All right, no outs, 2 on, 3-1 lead for the Pirates, looking to blow it open here. In the stadium with us, we have Herb Pilgrim and D. Scott Howard. Hoke 0 for 4 in the series. 0 for 1 today. Right-handed spray hitter. Red Sox moving to double play depth up the middle. In the infield, outfield straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Don Hoke. 2-1 count. Hoke swings and he bloops one to center. And Tasby lays out, makes the diving catch, saving a run. What a catch by Tasby. 1 out, quickly retreating back to their bags are Simoli at second and Burgess at first. Let's watch that great catch by Willie Tasby in center. And now there's 1 out. Double play will get the Red Sox out of a jam here. Here's the replay, as that looks like that's going to drop in. If Tasby doesn't make that dive and catch, could get behind him. And it's off to the races for 2 very slow base runners on the base paths. But Tasby makes the wonderful catch. 1 out, 2 on, 3-1. Pirates, bottom of the 6th. Here's Bill Mazeroski at the plate, and Friend, the pitcher, in the on-deck circle. Mazeroski 0 for 1 with a ribby, though. 0 for 5 in the series. Wilson will try to hit the block here. Here's the pitch, as Maz will chase. Oh, ball one, and he grounds the first. Wirtz goes to Pumpsy Green, back to Wirtz, double play. So Wilson hits that outside lower corner, and Mazeroski bangs into the 3-6-3 double play. Wonderful play by Vic Wirtz and Pumpsy Green. Wilson gets out of the jam. We go to the top of the 7th. The Red Sox trail by 2. Pittsburgh 3, Boston 1. Sturdivant and Nichols are ready. They will sit down, though. Wilson, 4th man up in this inning. Red Sox hope they do get to him. So Earl Wilson struggles, but does his J.O.B. Let's go to the chat quickly. As Herb Pilgrim says hello to D. Scott Howard. D. Scott Howard says he's good. Went to Linden, Washington Raspberry Festival this evening. Saw a band that I saw in 1983. Still the same 5 guys. Wow. And D. Scott Howard gives us a goat update. Goats are safe at home in the Portland suburbs. We'll return to them for 3 weeks in October. Dogs in West Seattle next week. Alrighty, so due up for the Red Sox. Thanks for that goat update. Once again, in the chat, in the stadium, doing reporting for Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel here at Forbes Field. D. Scott Howard, writing for his local Portland paper, and Herb Pilgrim, writing for the Florida International. Alrighty, so Russ Nixon, Willie Tasby, Pumpsy Green. If anyone gets on, Earl Wilson, which means a pinch hitter. Russ Nixon, 0 for 2, 7 for 2 in the series. Here's the pitch to Nixon from Bob Friend, 1-1 count. And Nixon punches that ball, but making a nice play at third base is Hope. As Nixon thought he punched the ball the other way for a hit. But Johnny on the spot is Hope, 1 out. Pittsburgh Pirates fans applaud the tremendous defensive effort. And that will bring up Willie Tasby, who had a tremendous defensive effort of his own in the bottom of the 6th. So 1 out in the top of the 7th. And it's Tasby who is 1 for 2, 4 for 6 in the series with a ribby. Bob Friend has gone 6 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 2 Ks. Here's the pitch to Tasby. 2-0 count. Tasby with the green light swings, sends his ball deep to center. Verdon on the run. He's not going to get there. Tasby digging hard for 2. And he has a 1-out double. Tasby ripping the ball to shreds in this series is now 5 for 7, 2 for 3 today. Wow. What a job by Willie Tasby. Tying run comes to the plate in Pumpsy Green. Green got the start over Don Budden. Budden committed 3 errors in Game 1. Red Sox held on to win 7-6. And what was a laugher became a nail-biter at the end for Boston. They lead the best-of-7 Invitational World Series, 1-0. Looking to rally here, tie it up, and go past the Pirates. 1 out top of the 7th. Tasby's at second. Green at the plate. And Wilson is on the on-deck circle. A good hitting pitcher, but he will not hit. Red Sox don't want to show their hand yet. Most likely Jimmy Pags, I would believe. Alright, Pumpsy Green 0 for 2 today. Hit the ball well to center, deep center. Verdon made the catch. And then grounded to second, advancing the runner to third in his second at-bat. Here's the pitch to Pumpsy. He swings at the first pitch, and he drives this ball to center field. That's going to be a base hit. And Tasby will be held up at third. Runners on the corners. Good job by Pumpsy Green. Below average base runner. Same with Tasby at third. And here's Earl Wilson, but he will not bat. The Red Sox will go to their bench once again. And getting up here in the top of the 7th, Chet Nichols, the lefty. And Tom Sturdivant, the righty. They're both ready. And the Red Sox will go with Jim Pagliarone. He had a pinch hitting appearance in Game 1. So Jim Pagliarone will bat for Earl Wilson. The Red Sox will have a new pitcher. Pagliarone does have some pop in that bat. Jim Pagliarone, rookie year, 1960. Actually, I don't know. I don't think he qualified with enough at-bats. But he did have time. He had 28 games, 62 at-bats, 2 home runs, 9 ribbies, 306 batting average. Below average contact and power. Good eye, though. Good eye. Corners playing in. They expect some sort of bunt, but Jimmy Pagliarone is not a good handler of the bat when it comes to bunting, whether for a hit or a sacrifice. So Tasby's at third, Pumpsy Green at first. Green represents the tying run at first, Pagliarone the go-ahead run at the plate. Friends thrown 94 pitches, still looks good. Smokey Burgess wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Pagliarone, 1-2 count. And Pagliarone strikes out looking. Oh boy. I believe that's the second time he's K'd in 2 pinch hit appearances. And I'll be the top of the order with 2 outs. It's up to Pete Reynolds. And Reynolds is 1 for 3, 4 for 8 in the series with a ribby. Excellent contact hitter. Runners will be off on contact. Remember, the tying run is at first. Reynolds awaits the friend offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound, 3-1 count. And Reynolds walks. He does not chase the off-speed pitch. Base is loaded for Gary Geiger. Geiger has 1 hit in the series. It was a 3-run blast off Vern Lawn game run that got the scoring started in the 5-run uprising in the 2nd inning for the Red Sox. Actually, I think it was the 3rd or 4th. Can Geiger go grand salami? No place to put Gary Geiger. Friend up to 103 pitches, 6 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 1 run. And that walk to Reynolds was his first. He struck out 3. Tasby at third, Pumpsy Green at second, the tying run, the go-ahead run at first, and Reynolds. Here's the pitch to Gary Geiger. He swings at the first pitch. He drives this ball deep to left. And, oh my Lord, making the leaping catch, Gino Cimoli. And that would have tied the ball game up, so Gino Cimoli saves the day. Just as Bob Skinner single-handedly kept the Pirates in Game 1 with his stick and glove in left. As they play Take Me Out to the ball game. And coming in to pitch, 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. So Gary Geiger makes a bid. He goes the opposite way and making a wonderful catch, robbing extra base. That would have tied the ball game. Gino Cimoli. Due up for the Pirates. Friend the pitcher in the top of the order, Bill Verdon and Dick Grote. And we're going to go with the lefty, Chet Nichols. So Chet Nichols will come in the game, the lefty, and Sturdivant will sit down. And let's watch that tremendous catch by Cimoli in left, excuse me. As Geiger bidding an opposite field double. Look at Cimoli racing back at the track, at the wall. He leaps, makes the catch, bangs into the scoreboard. And the Red Sox leave the bases loaded. D. Scott Howard says, I'm ready to wrestle. We'll be in Seattle at the Sounders game tomorrow afternoon. We'll try to watch for it. Okay, my friend. As it's going to be you and Ken Castro for the Fire Pro Tag Team Championship Wrestling match. As they play Take Me Out of the Ball game again. 2 for 1. All right, Chet Nichols will face Bob Friend. It looks like Friend will bat. Friend's 0 for 2. As the crowd here is revved up in Pittsburgh. Here's the pitch from Nichols to his counterpart, Friend. Friend swings at the first pitch. And he grounds the Pumpsy Green, who throws to Wirtz, 1 down. Left fielders have killed the Red Sox defensively in this series. Tremendous rob jobs by the Pirates left fielders. Game 1, Skinner. Game 2, Samoli. Here's Bill Verdon. Center fielders 1 for 2. 3 for 7 in the series. Lefty-lefty matchup. Verdon has more of a difficult time against left-handed pitching. Infield, outfield, straightaway, and normal. Verdon a spray hitter. Nichols in 1960. No wins, 2 losses, no saves in 12 2/3 innings pitched. 4.26 earned run average, striking out 11, walking 4. He deals to Bill Verdon. 2-1 count. Verdon is jammed. That's a pop-up towards third base. Malzone calls off. Pumpsy Green makes the catch for the second out. Nichols 1 out away from a 1-2-3 and keeping this game a 2-run deficit. And now joining us in the chat, Craig from RNGIDP. And he has a great project coming up on his channel using Soccer Blast that would probably interest D. Scott Howard, who is a huge soccer fan. Check that out. That's Craig from RNGIDP. And he is reporting for the Colorado Sun-Times in his home state here in Pittsburgh, covering the Invitational World Series Game 2. So 2 outs, base is empty. Nichols will deal to Dick Grote. Grote is 1 for 3. Very good contact hitter off left. He's 10 out of 10. Nixon sets the target. Nichols kicks and fires. 2-2 count to Grote. And Grote grounds hard to Reynolds, who throws the Wirtz. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. We go to the top of the 8th. Chet Nichols does his J.O.B. It's still 3-1 Pittsburgh. Red Sox would love to rally and take a 2-0 lead here. Due up for Boston. Bob Friend still out on the hill. Ted Williams, Vic Wirtz, and Frank Malzone. Red Sox will have some milling going on in their bullpen. Tom Sturdivant gets back up. And so does Tom Borland. He got the save in Game 1 as he recorded the final out. Game 1, Red Sox, it was a laugher till the end. And they almost blew the game with their stinky bullpen. All right, here's Ted Williams, a splendid splinter. 1 for 3 today, 2 for 7 in the series. That's a .286 batting average. No homers, no ribbies. The windup and the pitch from Fred to Williams. Williams swings at the first pitch. That ball's driven to right field and deep. And gone! Ted Williams pulls the Red Sox to within 410 feet to right field. And it's 3-2 Pittsburgh. Oh, Teddy ball game. What a shot by Williams. Let's watch that majestic blast. As Ted Williams jumps all over that pitch. As he almost homers to the identical spot Gary Geiger homered in Game 1. And now Pirates fans who are feeling pretty good have a little blue in their tummy now. And feeling a little gray. And now here comes Vic Wirtz. If the Red Sox go back-to-back jacks, Sturdivant's ready. It's a tie ball game. Wirtz 2 for 3 today. Doubled, knocking in the first run, the top of the first. Ted Williams just homered to pull the Red Sox to within 1, 3-2 Pittsburgh. Wirtz on the series in the first 2 games, 4 for 8 with 2 ribbies. And that's it for Friend. He can only win it, he can't lose it. The new pitcher is Roy Face. .1960, 10 wins, 8 losses, 24 saves, 2.90 earned run average, striking out 72, walking 29. He's got to hit his spots. He has excellent control, good to solid movement, but he's got to hit his spots. If he misses his spots, he's a very hittable pitcher. All right. He throws strikes. Wirtz digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Pull hitter. Pirates guarding the lines in the infield. Outfield is deep. Face done with his warm-up tosses. Burgess has a quick word with him. Smokey goes back behind the plate. Squats down. Goes through the signs. Face nods his head. Here's the pitch to Vic Wirtz. Wirtz will swing at the first pitch. And he punches that ball to center field. And coming on, making the dive diving catch as Bill Verdon robbing Vic Wertz of his 3rd hit. What a catch by Bill Verdon. As Wertz, this looked like that's going to be a single on a sinking line drive, and there is Bill Verdon. 1 away. And here comes Frank Malzone, right-handed pull hitter. Again, Pirates guarding the lines in the infield. Outfield deep, no doubles defense for the Pittsburgh Pirates as they lead by 1. As Ted Williams has pulled the Red Sox to within 1 with a lead-off blast to right for Boston. It's 3-2 Pittsburgh. Here's the pitch to Malzone. 1-2 count on Frank. And he strikes out looking. Didn't like the call. Couldn't pull the trigger. He thought that fastball was outside. Good job of framing it by Smokey Burgess. So 2 outs. Base is empty. Sturdivant is ready. We don't want him to tire it. We'll sit him down. The lefty, Borland, continues to warm. He got the save in Game 1. William Fergazzi has joined us here at the ballpark. He says hello, Al, Herb, and all. How are you, William? Hope all is well. William reporting for the AP, excuse me. All right, Russ Nixon, 0 for 3, 2 for 8 in the series. Good contact hitter. Not much pop in that bat, though. Righty-lefty matchup. The babyface Roy Face kicks and fires to Nixon. 1-1 count. And Nixon drives that ball down the right field line. Will he try for 2? Clemente has a cannon for power. Here goes Nixon. Here comes the throw. Nixon slides in just ahead of the throw. A 2-out double tying run at second. Russ Nixon is very slow, but the Red Sox don't have anybody with any speed. Let's just check quickly. Let's check out Carroll Hardy. Actually, I'm wrong. Carroll Hardy has some speed. He will pinch run for Russ Nixon. So Carroll Hardy will come into pinch run for Russ Nixon. And he represents the tying run at second with 2 outs. And Willie Tasby, who's been crushing the ball in this series. So the new catcher will be Ed Sadowski, as we already used Jimmy Pagliarone as a pinch hitter. He struck out. So here's Willie Tasby, chance to once again get a huge hit. He is 5 for 7 in the series with a ribby. That's a .714 batting average. He's 2 for 3 today. Hardy, Carroll Hardy in 1960 got in 73 games, batted .234, 2 homers, 15 ribbies. Speed 5 out of 10, stealing ability 7 out of 10. And let's take one more look. Base running 4 out of 10. Much better though than Russ Nixon. Nixon comes through in the clutch, 2-out double. William Fergazzi says, I'm good, Al. Happy to see you doing a game tonight. As he says hello to everyone else in the chat. All right. Borland continues to warm. And we're going to get Sturdivant back up. He's ready. Hardy takes his lead at second. Infield, outfield, straightaway and normal. Here's the pitch to Willie Tasby. 1-2 count on Tasby. And a swing and a miss. He strikes him out on the 3-2 on the 1-2 count. Blew the fastball by him. Tasby leaves the tying run at second. Red Sox pulled to within 1 thanks to the Ted Williams blast, though it's 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And both Sturdivant and Borland are ready. Borland only pitched to 1 batter. We have Clemente, Nelson, and Samoli. And we're going to go with the lefty, Borland. Can Carroll Hardy play center? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. So Hardy will go into center. Tasby's out of the game. Tasby having a tremendous series, but It's the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, Hardy will go into play center. Tasby's day is done, and hats off to him. He's played tremendous in these first 2 games, though he did strike out with a tying run at second. So he'll go into play center. Borland will go in the 7th spot. Wait, I messed that up. Who am I missing here? First, second, short, left, right, center. Oh no, that's right. That's not right. Alright. It's late. It's early. Wirtz is at first. Reynolds is at second. Green is at short. Malzone's at third. Catcher. I'm missing a catcher. Sadowski. Okay, that's fine. So Sadowski comes in to catch in the 9th spot. He'll be a second at bat in the top of the 9th. We've used all of our catchers. Alrighty. So Borland's on the mound. He got the save in game 1. Getting the final out in the bottom of the 9th, and the Red Sox struggled to hold on, but they did. They'll get their split at home and take it back to Boston with a chance to win. They'd love to take 2. They're down 3-1, bottom of the 8th. Due up for the Pirates, Clemente, Nelson, and Samoli. That huge catch by Gino Samoli off Gary Geiger as he bidded for a double the other way with the bases loaded and 2 outs that would have tied the ball game at the time. And a Ted Williams homer would have put him ahead, but Red Sox trail by 1, 3-2. Roberto Clemente is 0 for 7 in the series, 0 for 3 today. Again, Borland will try to hit the black of the corners inside and out. Clemente will chase. Here's the pitch to Roberto Clemente. He swings on the 1-0 count, punches it to shallow right center. Making the running catch is Gary Geiger, 1 down. Carroll Hardy is in center now. Below average defensive range. Good arm, though. Good arm. Not the same arm as Tasby, but here's Rocky Nelson, 1 for 3 with a ribby. Left-handed normal hitter. Red Sox infield, outfield straight away and normal. Borland, the lefty, dealing to Rocky Nelson, left-handed batter. Sadowski's behind the plate. Average arm and defense. Here's the pitch to Rocky Nelson, 2-2 count to Nelson. And Nelson grounds hard to Pumpsy Green on the outfield grass. He fires to Vic Wirtz for out number 2. What a difference with Pumpsy Green at short. Don Budden committed 3 errors in game 1. William Fergasi says, Al, wife Pat is listening while she's getting ready for bed. She says hello. Hello, Mrs. Fergasi. Hope all is well. And a good night when you finally hit the hay. So here comes Gino Samoli, who robbed Gary Geiger of at least 2 runs on a 2-out, what would have been a double with the bases juiced. What a catch by Samoli. Leaping at the warning track at the wall, smashing into it. 2 outs, base is empty. Samoli is 1 for 2 today with a ribby, 2 for 3 overall in the series with 3 ribbies. Borland picks up the sign from Sadowski. Here's the pitch to Gino Samoli. 0-1 count. Samoli swings and punches the ball left side. Green with a beautiful backhanded play on the outfield grass. Again, a strong throw. Side retired. Borland does his job, and so does Pumpsy Green. What a joy to have Pumpsy Green at short and not Budden. And now we go to the top of the 9th. Pittsburgh wants to hold on with Roy Face, who had 24 saves in 1960. They lead by 1. 3-2 over Boston. If they hold on, it's a 1-1 series going back to Beantown. If the Red Sox come back, they'll have a 2-0 lead. It'll be Green, Sadowski, and Reynolds to face Roy Face. To face Roy Face. That's pretty funny. Play on words there. I didn't even know it. The Pumpsy Green is 1 for 3. He awaits the face offering. Here's the pitch from face to Green. 2-2 count to Pumpsy. Pumpsy sends that ball right field. Shallow coming in, making the catch for Pittsburgh is Clemente. 1 down. Pirates fans on their feet. They want these next 2 outs. They want this series tied at 1 when they go back to Boston. Here's Ed Sadowski getting his first plate appearance. Sadowski in 1960 in 38 games and 93 at-bats, 3 homers, 8 ribbies, .215 batting average. Burgess wiggles the fingers. Face nods his head. Arms down to his chest, the windup and the pitch to Sadowski. 1-2 count, and Sadowski rips that shot. What a diving play by the shortstop, Grote, but he has no chance. It's an infield hit for Sadowski. Tying run at first, Sadowski with pretty good speed actually for a catcher. Average speed, above average stealing ability. Here comes Pete Reynolds. And Gary Geiger's on deck in the hole. Teddy Williams, who's homered. We're going to play hit and run to stay out of any type of double play. Base hit. Sadowski will go first to third. Hit and run on. Reynolds swings at the first pitch. And he, oh no, line drive to short. They throw. Double play. Oh, Reynolds hits the ball hard, but right at the shortstop. Line drive double play ends the ball game as the go slow. Red Sox were in hit and run mode. And the Red Sox drop game to 3-2 in another thriller here at Forbes Field. We go back to Beantown tied at 1. And let's watch that replay. This is how the ball game ends, hit and run. I thought that was slated to left center field. We're going to have first and third, 1 out. But here's the replay. Reynolds hits the ball hard. A wonderful play on the outfield grass by Grote, who fires to Rocky Nelson at first, doubling up Sadowski. And the Pirates celebrate on Forbes Field. It's 1-1. We'll go game 3. We'll be in Boston. Now let's go to the box score. I'm going to think Bob Friend's player of the game. And it is. Pitcher Bob Friend for the Pirates picks up the win. So he does what Vern Law couldn't do. He wins a game. Friend 1-0 in the World Series. Invitational World Series, mind you. 7 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Gave up the homer to Teddy ball game. Red Sox pulled it within 1, but could get no more. Walked 1, struck out 3. Roy Face gets the save. He went 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks. Final play, the line out by Reynolds to Grote, and they doubled up. Ed Sadowski at first. For the Red Sox, Billy Muffett went 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, walked 4, struck out 3. He loses the game. Earl Wilson went 2 innings, scoreless, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 K. Chet Nichols had a perfect inning, and so did Borland. So the Red Sox hung in there, even with their bad pitching staff, and they lose by 1, 3-2. The Red Sox in defeat. Pete Reynolds 1 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. Gary Geiger, the big play was Samoli, making that leaping catch, banging into the wall and left with 2 outs, bases loaded. Gary Geiger, the Geiger counter, made a bid to go the other way, and you think you're going to have a tie ball game. But Samoli had other ideas. He says none shall pass. So he was 0 for 4. Ted Williams 2 for 4 with a home run. Moved the Red Sox to within 1, but that's as close as they would get. Vic Wirtz 2 for 4 with a run. 2-out double in the first gave the Red Sox that early lead that they couldn't hold on to. Frank Malzone 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Williams also struck out once. Russ Nixon 1 for 4. Was lifted for the pinch running Hardy, who stayed in to play center. Tasby went out. Borland assumed that batting position. Tasby 2 for 4. Struck out once. He's now hitting .625 in the series with 1 ribby. Pumpsy Green 1 for 4. He played stellar defense at short. It was a joy to watch him play as opposed to Don Budden. And Billy Muffett, the pitcher, was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Budden, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Earl Wilson pitched down hit. Jimmy Pagliarone was 0 for 1. He struck out. I believe he has hit in both games, and he struck out in both games. Chet Nichols pitched it on hit, and Ed Sadowski came in to catch on the on the multiple switch, and he had an infield single, but was doubled up on the line drive by Reynolds. Grote made a nice play and a strong throw to Rocky Nelson. Ball game over. For Pittsburgh, Boston had 36 at-bats, 2 runs, 11 hits, 2 ribbies, 1 walk, 5 Ks. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, who were victorious 3-2, the series is now tied at 1 game apiece. Bill Verdon 1 for 3 with a run scored, a walk, and a K. Dick Grote 1 for 4. Roberto Clemente continues to struggle. He's 0 for 4. He's hitless so far in the series. Rocky Nelson 1 for 4, a run scored, and an RBI. Gino Samoli 1 for 3, a run scored, a ribby, and a walk. He's batting .500, and he has 3 ribbies. And outstanding defense in left in this game. The huge play, the catch off Geiger, that would have tied the ball game as he went leaping and crashing into the left field scoreboard. Smokey Burgess, who played in Springfield, Massachusetts for the Springfield Cubs of the International League before going to the Major Leagues, was 1 for 2 with a walk. Don Hoke, 0 for 2 with a walk. Bill Mazeroski, 0 for 2 with a ribby and a walk. And Bob Friend, the pitcher, player of the game who got the win, was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Roy Face pitched and not hit. He got the save. Pittsburgh, 27 at-bats, 3 runs, 5. They only had 5 hits, but they made the most of them. And 3 ribbies. They walked 5 times. Walks were a killer for the Red Sox pitching staff. And they struck out 4 times. So the series is tied at 1 as Pittsburgh takes Game 2 3-2. The Red Sox took Game 1 7-6. D. Scott Howard reporting from the ballpark says, great game as usual, Al. Thanks again. No, thank you, everyone. William Fergazzi and his lovely Mrs. Fergazzi, thank you to them. Thank you to Craig from RNGIDP. Check out that channel. He has baseball, and he has a big project coming up with Soccer Blast. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's Craig with RNGIDP. Herb Pilgrim, thank you very much once again, my friend. Get healthy each and every day. We all love you and pray for you, as I do with everyone in my chat and friends of the channel. We also have a big wrestling match coming up on Fire Pro Wrestling. It will be D. Scott Howard and Ken Castro hoping to take the tag team vacant title away from 2 legends that we have not figured out yet. The legends are keeping it tight-lipped who they're going to send out to our 2 wonderful challengers. So thank you very much to all you fine gentlemen. And till next time, health and happiness. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And most of all... Oh! Wait a second. Wait a second, Al. We got to leave here. Hold on, people. Hold on. Ooh, yay. We got an achievement. Put that on my resume. And let's finish today. And finish today again. So we'll be back in Boston and slated to start Frank Sullivan, who stinks, and Harvey Haddix. So Harvey Haddix was 11-10 with a save, 3.97 earned run average, 101 strikeouts, 38 walks. Frank Sullivan was 6-16, 5.10. He's not starting. We're going to do a quick check on Bill Mambo Kett, and we'll check out. Definitely Mambo Kett will definitely pitch Game 4. But let's just check Mambo Kett. 61. We can't pitch him at that. Slightly tired. Okay. Tom Brewer, I think we're going to go with. 10-15, 4.82. Oh, God, he stinks, too. Well, we got a 5.1 in Frank Sullivan, or 4.82. We got pretty good pitching, actually, in Pittsburgh. As D. Scott Howard has alerted Ken Castro of the big wrestling match coming up. Mike Fernellis. Earl Wilson pitched 2 innings. He's at 92%. We might pitch Earl Wilson. 4.71 though. I like Wilson out of the pen a little better though. The whole thing is to keep the game close and hope that one of our hitters, makes a clutch hit. Sturdivant, 2 stamina. So we have to think about, we might pitch Earl Wilson in game 3. Or we could pray for rain. Though Sullivan has pretty good control. 6. What's Brewer have? Movement. You know what? We're going to go, I think, with Brewer. He has above average control, excellent movement at 8. We can try to work the black on the inside and outside of the corners, So, all right. So now let's just go to the playoff coverage. And Tasby, with more than 1 at bat, has a .625 batting average. He leads the Red Sox and the World Series. Smokey Burgess 3 for 6, 500, and Samoli 2 for 4 at 500. Samoli leads. He has 3 ribbies along with Skinner. The Red Sox RBI total man, Vic Wirtz with 2. Jimmy Pagliaroni's. I think he struck out twice, Jimmy Pags. But anyway. All right, so coming up in game 3 again, Harvey Haddix will start for the Pirates in Boston. And I think we're going to go Tom Brewer. We'll make that decision. And game 4, it depends. Definitely, obviously, Mambo Ket will pitch 5, as we have him slated for 5. And then Muffett comes back if we go back to Pittsburgh. I'm hoping to pitch Mambo Ket in game 4, though. That way, if we get to 7, we can come back with Mambo Ket in 7. So, all right. So watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Duck away from that big left hook or keep your hands up. Health and happiness till next time. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. And as always, peace.